All right, y'all, it says I'm live. We'll give it a few minutes here and see if I actually am, see if we got some people in here. Hopefully, everything good on the microphone. Y'all let me know if I sound okay. We got a little bit of wind blowing out here. For those of you all that may be watching this after the fact, I'll kind of give you the rundown of what I'm doing out here today while we wait on the people to join the live stream. But I am fishing in front of a creek here, about 46 feet deep. We're going to be fishing with cut bait, and I've got a big live bait. We're about to drop down here in a little bit. I got like a new PB yellow bass out here a little while ago, so we're going to drop that thing down and try to feed it to something big. But my plan is to fish till about dark, so we probably got, I don't know, two and a half hours maybe of daylight out here, and we'll see what we can do, work up here in the meantime. So, all right, we got some people popping up here in the chat. There's my mom and Pontoon Jody. What's going on, Jody? Nikki Hayes in here, Travis Gentry. Mustang James, what's going on? There's James Shuey. Deanna Phillips. All right, we got a lot of people in here. John the Fishman says, looks like a nice day. Yeah, it's a warm day here, just perfect day. Daddy Doug in the house. Syrupzilla, Jeff Ryan. Kelly Johnson, Rodney. Don the Duck, he said, holy crap, finally made the live stream. Well, glad you did, buddy. I'll tell you what, now that we know I'm live for sure, I'm gonna stick you up here in the camera mount for a second. I gotta get this live bait on here, y'all. We about to drop down something big here. It don't happen often, but I catch, I get yellow bass pretty frequently. Rare to get a big one, and this one I got in my bucket is huge. I think it's the biggest. I don't have my measuring board with me today. I think this is the biggest yellow bass that I've ever caught, and we're about to drop him down. I got my cut baits. We're fishing with 4 rods out here. I got cut bait on 3 of them. I already just lowered them down right before I went live, and we're gonna get this live bait on this. The only live bait we got to make him count. He's gonna be a feisty thing. Y'all admire my hat while I try to get this bait out of the bucket here. He's gonna be a handful to get out of this bucket. These dang yellow bass are such a sharp fish with their fins. This dang thing, I mean, this is a big yellow bass, man. I'm pretty sure that's my PB yellow bass. He's huge. I mean, for yellow bass standards anyway. I'm gonna trim his fins here, give him a little haircut before we drop him down, but this right here, I love yellow bass. They make a great live bait. And this in here being so big, we're gonna have a chance if there's a monster fish worked through, we liable to get a big in here on this thing. Get that fin off there. Look at this bait, y'all. Check this thing out, man. Is that awesome or what? Man, I mean, that is a huge yellow bass. Yeah, I had wanted to ideally go live a little earlier, but I thought, let me just get out here, piddle around. We'll try to get us some live baits. And I didn't have really any success other than this. I caught a skipjack. I already had skipjack for us today. I did catch another skipjack though while I was trying to get some live bait. No crappie, no smaller yellow bass, no white bass. But if that thing right there gets eat, all worthwhile, y'all. So, anyway, let me get the camera here now, and we'll see what all we got going on here in the chat box. It's been a while since we've went live, been even longer since we've done a catfishing live stream. The last one was about a month ago. We did some carp fishing. So we after the cats here today. Been on a pretty good run lately, getting some big fish. Let me scroll up here and see what's going on. Somebody hit me with a $9.99 there. Who the heck was that? Bill Coulter, $9.99. He said, how was brunch today? It was pretty good, Bill. I went to Donna's Diner and had me a country fried steak, fried okra, and mashed potatoes and gravy with Texas toast. So brunch for me today was pretty good. But thank you for that $9.99, man. I appreciate you. You're a good man, Bill Coulter. Bill's been with me a long time on this channel. Somebody, where'd that go? JP Detroit, 350. I think that's South African dollars, if memory serves me. He says, been following the journey since ER days. Good for us that your leap of faith and hard work has been rewarded. Thank you for the content and great attitude. Well, thank you, JP. Thanks for sticking with me so long, man. I appreciate you. And thank you for that super chat there. That's real kind of you. JP Detroit. We got people already in here from all over the world, people. Rich Saga says, hey, Justin, love the channel and all your videos. Always look forward to the next. Thank you, Rich. Lorenzo says, prayer. What's going on with James Shuey? I just saw him in the chat a minute ago there. I thought I saw him in there. Catch a Hog says, we have no length limit or quantity limit on yellow bass and still can't use them for bait in Texas. That is pretty ridiculous, man. You'd think if they're that populated, you ain't even got to have creel limits on them. You can just stick them on a hook and feed them to something. They're pretty abundant here, but I don't catch them. If you told me I had to go out and target yellow bass, I'd have a hard time. But I stumble into them pretty frequently while I'm trying to catch skipjack and other bait fish and stuff. So if I really put an effort into it, I could probably get them dialed in on a pattern, but I'm not that dedicated with it. Stephen Renfro says, I'm exactly where he'd like to be. Well, come on down, Stephen. Yeah, Mustang James, it's snowing where he's at. You can keep that snow. I'll take these 70-degree days down here as long as we can get them. There's Tim Hull. John Doe in the house. Mike Hibbs, I hope we catch us a big flathead on that yellow bass. That's what I'm hoping for. Be our luck, we'll probably get like a little 6-pounder, hit it and kill it or something. Syrupzilla, it's cloudy and warm today. Just a light breeze. It's perfect. Mountain Monsters fans, this is a new subscriber. Love the videos. So thank you, buddy. Deanna Phillips hit me with a 10 spot. So I'm so happy to see you out today, Justin. I love you and everyone here. Well, thank you, Deanna. Hope you're doing well out there in the great state of Oklahoma. There are a bunch of people out there in Oklahoma and Texas that watch. And Deanna, boy, she's been with me for years too. Been a club member forever. Since the start of that. Thank you, Deanna. Larry R, 15 months in the Catfish Club, says, hey, Justin, good luck today. Well, thank you, Larry. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Chairman Fishing. James Shuey says he's got COVID, everybody. Well, I hate that, James, man. I hope you bounce back quick with it. I hate that, buddy. It's going around. It's here to stay, I reckon. Fish God 903 says, Justin, I bought myself a Sumo chopstick. Great rod. Yeah, man. Catfish Sumo is good stuff, buddy. I'm glad you bought it. I think it'll give you years of good use. It's a good time to plug, Daniel. Code word kayak, get you 10% off all your orders there at Catfish Sumo. My club members got your own 15% off code, so holidays coming. I ain't heard about his Black Friday sale yet, but I'm sure every year his Black Friday sale is the biggest sale of the year, so y'all keep an eye out for that. John Doe says he watches all my videos start to finish more than one time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Well, thank you, John. You're dedicated, man. You're boosting my watch time. I like it. Travis Eldridge says, good luck. Thank you, Travis. Nathan Lights. I can't even remember how to pronounce it, Nathan. He says, always good catching you out doing what you love. Cold front heading your way. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a little rain tomorrow. We need it. I need to mulch some leaves at my house, but hell, the dust is so bad right now because everything's so dry. I'm trying to put it off till this weekend after the rain comes through. Danny Robertson, that's how I caught that yellow bass earlier. I was trolling, trying to get some crappie. I was trolling about 1 mile an hour, and just got that one there though. Nikki sharing the club link. Thank you, Nikki. Virginian in the house. What's going on, Virginia? Kodiak fishing. Oh, there's Callie with $30. Callie, so good to see you live today. It's 35 degrees here. Car started smoking out the steering column last night. So your live stream's a good way to take my mind off of it, catch a big one. Lord, Callie, I hate that. It's always something, ain't it? There's always something going wrong. Anytime you got mechanical stuff, whether it's cars or electronics or whatever, it's a matter of time before something goes wrong. I hate that. I hope it's a cheap and easy fix for you there. Thank you for that super chat too. Rachel says, enjoy the weather there today. Got chilly in Arkansas. Yeah, that front's out there. It's headed this way, I reckon. I'm going to scroll down. I think I had another. Yeah, Jonathan Weathers, $4.99 super sticker there. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. If you left a comment with it, I didn't see it there, but I appreciate that super sticker there, man. Thanks for tuning in today, buddy. Garrett Gates been watching for a year. Lord, that's a long time, buddy. Thank you. There's Jonathan's comment. He says, thanks for going live this evening. Will give me something enjoyable to watch while deer hunting. Man, I hope you get a big one. Them deer, I can't stand them. You know, I didn't used to mind them, but then I nailed that one with my car last spring, or spring of last year, 2022, and now I can't stand them things. I wish people would hunt them all down. Where'd Vivi's go? I saw Vivi's pop up on here. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. $19.99. Vivi Saldana, my man from West Texas. He says, hey there, buddy. Glad to see you again. It's always good to see a good friend here going through Crossville, Tennessee, Hammer Down, West Texas. Yeah, buddy, you ain't far from me. Crossville's what? Probably an hour, maybe, if that, from where I'm at. So, y'all, Vivi's a truck driver, goes from West Texas to Alcoa, Tennessee all the time. So he's in this area pretty regularly. You be safe out there on the roads, Vivi. Traffic's gotten worse and worse through Tennessee, especially the last year or two. So I don't know how you making any time in that truck with interstates always backed up around here. Thank you for that super chat there. Chaz Horton, $4.99. He says, good luck, love the videos. Help me out a lot. Well, thank you, Chaz. I'm glad you find them helpful. I'm glad, man. I try to share the stuff in the videos that I would want to know if I was watching, and so I'm glad you find them useful, man. Thank you for that super chat. This thing down here says, let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. I'm going to push this, see what happens. Nothing happened. Well, Chaz, I was trying to push a button there. I thought we was going to have, you know, confetti falling from the sky or something with that little note there from YouTube. I don't know if y'all see that little note or not. It's got a note there for me. But I don't know. It didn't do, I pushed it, it didn't do nothing. Oh well. That's YouTube for you. I won't even get started on my link situation that's going on. I better not even talk about it. They'll ding me again. George Woodby wants to know what line I'm using. So the line that's linked in my video description is Zebco Cajun line. However, the line that's currently on my reels is Catfish Sumo's new line that's about to come out soon. I've been testing it out just to make sure that it's the real deal, and it is. So I'm going to be switching everything over to it going forward. But that should be coming out soon. I don't know the official timeline on that, but I've got the final product here that I'm using. So yeah, 40-pound test, by the way. Will and Christine says, keep up the great work. Middleton, Tennessee. Another Tennessean on here. How far behind am I in the chat here? Let me scroll down a bit here and see. I ain't too far back. I may skip over a little bit to get caught up. Deanna says, I'll try to get a deer for you when I go hunting so you don't have to worry about them here. Them dang things are so infested around here, I don't think you could kill them all off. They're everywhere. These guys in their tree stands and sitting up in the woods and stuff. Hell, every time I drive down the road, I see them. I think if I ain't into deer hunting, but if I was, I'd just put me a lawn chair along the side of the highway facing up into the woods, you know, that way you wouldn't hit nothing but the deer. And that's where I'd spend my time. I wouldn't go back deep in the woods to where I'd find me a highway. That's where they always at. Preston says, been watching over 3 years. If I ever see you at Donna's Diner, I'll buy you lunch. Well, heck yeah, man. I'm in there quite a bit. I'll take you up on it. It's the only place around here worth eating at. JT Fishing says, got tomorrow off, heading to Hoover for those blues. Well, good luck, man. There's some big ones in there. Michael Lambrick says, love your videos. Thank you, buddy. Mountain Monsters fans, it's good to see Justin catching some big fish. Helps me catch big ones too. Yeah, man, I've been on them here lately. We've been getting some real good fish. Quentin Salters, $1.99 says, thank you for teaching me everything I know about fishing. Well, thank you, Quentin. Thank you for that super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel. Once again, YouTube has left me a note on here. Says, let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. And I push the button and it don't do anything. How can we celebrate it if I'm pushing that button and nothing happens? And meanwhile, there's some other comment under it that I can't see. Under that YouTube box. This thing's just jacked up. I think maybe it's saying Callie's been a member for 24 months up on the top of the screen. I think maybe it's Callie's comment under that YouTube thing that I can't get off the screen. We got all kinds of technical difficulties. Callie, I'm sorry I can't read that thing that's your membership thing there. I see part of a word between, says something vacation days, perfect time for, and then it's blocked out because of YouTube wanting to celebrate Quentin, even though we can't make confetti fall from the sky because it don't do anything. YouTube needs to get their act together, buddy. This is, I feel like the last two, I ain't went live much this year, but when I have, I felt like we've had technical difficulties every daggone time. We'll get it here. We'll get it going here directly. Syrupzilla says, do you miss being an attorney? Well, I was never an attorney. I've been known to win some arguments, but I've never done it from a legal fashion. So I don't know what you're talking about. You got me confused with somebody else. Oh, here's Callie's thing. What's further on down? This is my birthday is in 4 days, and I go on vacation in 11 days. Perfect time for mechanical malfunctions, right? Still got to support my favorite YouTube fisherman. Well, thank you, Callie. I'm glad we solved the mystery of where your comment was with the membership thing. Callie been a member for a full 2 years on here. Crazy how time flies, y'all. I don't feel 2 years older, but apparently I am. And happy birthday too, Callie, by the way. Hope it's the best one yet. Hope you don't get snowed in up there on your birthday. Gary Wormy Rich, well, happy belated birthday, buddy. Paul May says, what would you suggest for crappie? Live scope. That's about the only way I catch them consistently, is using that dang live scope. Soulful, I got four rods out right now, 4 baits out. Keith Hensley, there's my man Keith. What's going on? Donna's Diners in Lenore City. It's in the old Chat and Chew building down there. I'm on Fort Loudon cast catch. Pfeiffer's fishing, 555. Thank you, Pfeiffer. He says, catch a good one for me. Been so busy and my local river is at a record low since 1988, 1.3 feet. Normal pool's 3.8. We got some 20 to 30 foot holes. Sounds like you need some rain too, Pfeiffer. Hopefully this winter will be a wet enough winter to get it back at full pool. Thank you for that super chat. Charles Barker has been on a good roll with all the gallet. Yeah, man, I've been on a good run. There's some more big fish coming in my upcoming videos. That's part of the reason I thought I'd go live today was, in fact, I'm a few videos ahead, so I thought it's a good day to do it while I'm stocked up on content coming out. TB, I don't know what the record is for yellow bass, honestly. It's not one of them things I've ever looked up. Keith Bolton, 10 spot. Thank you, Keith. He says, how much does it hurt if you pause a video? I listen to you when truck driving and pause the video and stop to get fuel. Sorry if it does. I don't think it hurts at all, Keith. And thank you for that super chat. I don't see why it would. The thing that hurts videos the most is when people click on them, they watch about 30 seconds, and then they click off. That drives down your average view time. But if you're just pausing, picking back up, I don't think it does anything. If it does, it shouldn't. Thank you for that $10 there, though, Keith. Mike Potter, $9.99. He says, hell, we got another Oklahoma person in here, Deanna. Mike Potter, though, he says, hello from Oklahoma. Me and my 2 grandsons watch all your videos and love them. We are watching reruns now. Thank you for doing what you do and for being honest and real. No hype, just real deal. Well, thank you, Mike. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. That's nice of you to say. Yeah, I try to just be myself, on these videos. It's, I think a lot of these YouTubers, they kind of hype themselves up and, try to get the clicks and stuff. And I just try to be myself. It's gotten a little easier with time. I'm not a natural born entertainer, I guess you'd say, on the camera and stuff. I'm still not fully comfortable on camera, but I'm definitely a lot better now than what I was 3, 4, 5 years ago, especially. I'm getting more comfortable talking to it, but yeah, that's all you can be in this life is yourself. So I appreciate you appreciating me, Mike. And shout out to your grandsons there, too. I appreciate them watching also. Mike Hibbs, it's in Lenore City. I bet you Google will take you right to it. Daddy Doug said, hey, if you would not mind, could you give Aaron from Aaron Outdoors a shout out? Very nice young man that could use some help to get over the 10K mark. Well, shout out to Aaron from Aaron Outdoors. I'll have to check him out there, Doug. I'm sure if Douglas Medlin's giving you a vouch of approval there, he's the real deal. Ben, no, I don't eat no catfish out of this water. It's contaminated. Give myself a cancer probably. JP Detroit says, how about a holiday fishing the catfish migration and for tiger fish from a dugout canoe in Botswana, I'm going to say. Says, hippos and crocs keep things entertaining. Did that for honeymoon. Was a blast. Listen, JP Detroit, I've seen them dang hippos, man. I've seen the videos. Things coming after boats. They're fast. I ain't messing with them. And I for dang sure ain't getting out there and something I can't outrun them with. If I go on vacation, I want to come back from it. Half century catfishing. Hit me with 1999. He says, keep on fishing, Justin. Happy birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. It ain't my birthday, though. But thank you for that. My birthday's not till March. But thank you. Maybe it was for my birthday a few months ago. Either way, thanks, man. I'll celebrate like it's my birthday. Layton said he's 40 at the point he feels every year. It creeps up on you fast, man. Nikki says Callie is one of the bestest and kindest supporters. That's the absolute truth. Deanna, been a member for 24 months. Says, do you have any big plans for the holidays? I can't wait to send you some cookies. Well, thank you, Deanna. Deanna sent me some treats in the mail there last year. They were delightful. Yeah, I actually do. For Thanksgiving, I'm going back down to Florida. I'm going to do some shark fishing in the Keys, so looking forward to that. May possibly stop off in West Palm, do some peacock bass fishing too. That's kind of depending on the weather situation. If the weather's looking good, I'm going to go down a day or two early before my trip to the Keys and try to catch those. If not, I'll just head on down to the Keys and try to catch some sharks. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's coming up. It's going to be exciting times down there. I got some sharks last year, and it's hard to come back to catching catfish after you've been fighting sharks. Let's see. 901 Big Rig Fishing, $1.99. Thank you, buddy. He says, Donna's Diner Fund. I appreciate you going live. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you watching while I'm live. Heck yeah. We getting Donna's Diner some attention in here today. I don't know that, well, you know, I'm just like anybody else in there. But they're probably going to have people going in there asking, saying, do you know that guy? And they're going to be like, who? I go there quite a bit, though. It's the only restaurant in town that's worth a damn. Everything around here, it's fast food or fast food. You got burgers or chicken. That's the only thing you got in this town. And the funny thing is, all these restaurants, we don't have a cookout, we don't have a wing place, and we don't have a steakhouse. You got everything else. Every other type of fast food place you'd ever want. But we don't have any of them things. So I just go to Donna's. If you do go to Donna's, only go breakfast or lunch. They ain't open for dinner, by the way. They'll throw you off with their schedule there. Keith says he remembers the chat and shoe. It was. We just went back to my childhood on that there, Keith. Quentin Salter says, how does one join your club? I was looking for it the other day and couldn't find it. I'd definitely like to be a member. Well, thank you. Nikki posted a link up here in the chat box a little while ago, but it's down in the video description also. There's a link there that help you join. And club members get 15% off at Catfish Sumo. Of course, you get the little emoji thing there next to your name when you comment, kind of help me sort through the chat box. And I do some other type of videos, kind of behind the scenes, real life stuff for the channel members too. Once a month or so, I'm trying to do that. Just give you all club members a opportunity to see behind the curtain a little bit, see what's going on in the real world in the real life, off the water stuff. So we took people on a tour of my property and all the kudzu I'm cutting down in the last one there. Exciting stuff. I hope so, RTN Outdoors. I hope he gets gobbled up. He was swimming a little bit then. He's still swimming from something. He's active over there. I'm hoping we get on a good bite here. Lately my bite has been afternoon. I did fish a morning session yesterday and got some fish, got some flatheads, but my better quality fish have been afternoons lately, so right around this time. So I'm hoping we get some fish worked through. I lost my spot. Dadgummit. Hell far. I must have been real behind in the chat, y'all. I'm gonna have to scroll down here if I ever figure out where the heck I was at. Okay, there was Quentin's comment. Mustang James hit me. $1.99. He says, Donna's Diners Fund. Appreciate you going live. Thank you, buddy. So I'm stepping on my pliers there, James. Thank you for that, James. Daryl Nichols says, hello from Salisbury, North Carolina. Are you planning on going CatCon in January? I don't have any plans at the present time, but I may end up there. Who knows? I worked over there at Rowan Regional there in your neighborhood there, Daryl. I think it was 2012 or 13. I guess it's been 10 years or more. But I was over there in your area, nice town of Salisbury. I call it Salisbury. I think they call it Salisbury. Dominic Hollis been a member 23 months. Thank you, Dominic. Appreciate you, buddy. Stuck with me a long time. Quentin's joined the club. Thank you, man. Quentin, there should be a post pop up, a community. If you don't see it pop up, you can click on the community tab. And I don't know if you can sort members only posts, but it should pop up and that'll have your links there to the Catfish Sumo discount thing there. So thank you for that, Quentin. Dominic says, sorry I sent it before I put in the message. No problem, buddy. I mess up all the time. Callie says, good to see so many super chats and super stickers coming in today. A lot of love for Justin. Yeah, thank you, Callie. There is a lot today. I'm surprised we got this many people in here. Honestly, you know, this time of year, views on my channel just go down the commode. So I wasn't expecting a lot of people in here, but I thought, you know, I'm a few videos ahead for my regular scheduled stuff. I wanted to come out here and fish, and I haven't chatted with y'all in a long time, so I thought, what the heck, we'll try it. So nice to see so many people in here, especially too, since I didn't announce it ahead of time. We just kind of went live and just hope for the best type thing. I'm going to have to scroll down a little bit here, y'all. I've lost my place. I'm going to try to get caught up down here at the bottom because I'm probably answering comments from people that left the chat box. I'm so far behind. Jake Bland says, a legend is back at it. Blake, I've been posting on Tuesdays and Fridays on my main channel right now. Wednesdays on my second channel. Or shorts come out every day on my second channel. Yeah, Zachary, it's been a long time. Will Loy, there's my man Will. What's going on? He says, dang, the one day this month I'm actually working on the mountain. Great view up here. Actually have all the bars service. I just need to live on top. Yeah, man. Well, glad to have you in here, Will. Hope you and Lynn are doing well. Hey, Will, we got us a fish. We got us a fish right here. Let's see. Let's see what we can do with this fish right here. Let's reel this one in. This one's on a chunk. He's taking some line too. Let me get the camera situated here. Hopefully y'all can see. Y'all, I was behind in that chat box. I'm sorry. I'll catch up on it in a minute. If you've super chatted me, I ain't gonna miss it. I promise. We got to reel in a fish here. I think I'm going to dedicate this first one here to Callie, since she got the birthday coming up in 4 days, and she got the car problems going on. Callie, this don't feel like a bad fish. This one ate a skipjack chunk. We got skipjack on 3 rods, a head and 2 chunks. And then we got our big yellow bass. Live bait, only live bait we got back there. Fish number 1, for those of you that's tuned in to the live stream late, or if you fast forwarded, Here you go, fish number 1. Man, he's pulling line, buddy. He's taking some drag. It feels like a good one right here. Man. Y'all just hold your horses. We're gonna have to take our time with this and get him up here. This fish here's camera shy. He says he's embarrassed to be on this video. Ain't got his teeth brushed, ain't got his hair fixed or nothing. Makeup ain't on. This fish just rolled out of bed here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He was ready for breakfast though, and I had him a free meal there. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a nice blue. Nice blue. He's actually got, Callie, that your fish here's got the stinger. He ain't got the hook. He's knocked the bait off. He's got the stinger fly. I saw the fly coming out of his mouth there. I don't know if he's got it in the side of the face or if he's actually eat the thing. Oh man, we're gonna have to tire him out there. I gotta find my glove too. I laid everything out except the dang glove. Let's get him back up here. Well, it's good to catch a fish. After that last live stream about a month ago, I was trying to catch some carp and couldn't catch a nary one. Always makes me feel a little better to actually catch the target species. Oh, he's got that dang, Callie, your fish has got that stinger fly on the side of the face. I gotta get that glove. He's got that stinger fly right there in the side of the face. I don't know if we're gonna land this thing or not. I'm gonna try to land this thing for you, Callie. Let me stick you up here a minute. Y'all hang on to that camera mount now, don't you fall off there. That thing's set up for my GoPro, not the telephone. All right. Man, he has got it right in the side of the head. That's a good one. That's a good one right there, buddy. Dadgummit. I just put that dang, there it comes. Okay. Whoo. Callie, take a look at this fish. Look where look where you hooked him right there, Callie. In the side of the face. That's a good one though, man. Fish number 1 ain't too bad out here. Let me hold that thing up there. All right, Callie, there you go. There's your, let me set back a little bit so y'all can see him in frame. Happy birthday, Callie. That fish right there is for you. Hopefully it takes your mind off your car problems a little bit. Let's let him go. We'll see you, Blue Cat. Whew. All right, y'all. Nice, man. I'll get caught up on this. Let me stick you back up here. We're gonna put another bait on there, y'all. I gotta get this bait situation figured out. That's exciting, man. Nice to get a big cat. Always a relief to get a skunk buster. All right, get us another skipjack. That one ate a chunk, so that's what we're gonna drop back down. These skipjack here, I just got them yesterday, so they ought to be good and fresh. I got that one, the skipjack that I had baited with, I had got there while I was trying to catch our live baits. All the rest of them here are going to be a day old, which is still fresh enough. I like bait that's within 3 days old. There's our next chunk. All right, down it goes. Got the yacht club there behind us. Whew. Let me get my bait put back in the cooler here. I'll get back to the chat box, y'all. Bear with me a second. Man, that fish felt pretty good. I guess he felt bigger because he was hooked in the side of the face. All right, we back in business now. Let me scroll back up here. I was behind in the chat long before that fish come along. Let me see if I can at least get caught up on these super chats before they fall off the screen. I sure don't want to miss any of them. Let's see. Okay, there was Dominic's and there was Quentin's. Let me scroll down here. Man, somebody hit me with $100 up there. Let me see who that is. Well, here's JT Fishing, $5. He says, $5 for gas money to get your butt back to Hoover next year. That should be gas for a week in your rig. That's the truth, man. I can go a long ways on $5 in my car. But I hopefully, if the tournament schedule for the King Cat kayak division should be released sometime this week, Kayak Mike was saying. So if Hoover's on the schedule, I'm planning on coming back up there because it was a great fishery. I really liked the whole city of Columbus up there was a real nice place. So I hope to make it back. There's that $100. Becca Mudtramp, thank you so much, Becca. $100, man. Says, hi, Mr. Justin, not feeling well at all, but trying to stay a little bit. Shaking pom-poms, fishies, fishies, it's only beginning. Fishies, fishies, I'm already grinning because I know Mr. Justin's going to smash it tonight. Going to catch you all with an incredible fight. Thank you so much, Becca. I hate that you ain't feeling well. I hope you get better. It's that time of year, everybody's got the crud. James Shuey got the COVID. I hope you ain't got that too, Becca. Well, thank you. Thank you for that $100. I'm sorry it took me a half hour to get to your comment there, Becca. I was behind, and that dang fish set us farther behind. That fish was rude is what it was. Yeah, he was rude interrupting us like that. Thank you so much, Becca. Mustang James says, everybody working Donna's going to be like, who is this Kayak Catfish guy everybody keeps talking about? They probably will be. They call me by name when I go in there, but they know everybody's name in there. You know, they're real nice people and stuff, but I don't think they know me from YouTube. Nikki says, Justin, could you please wish my dad, Jim, a happy late birthday? He turned 73 years young on October 22nd. He introduced me to your channel and is a huge fan. Well, hey, Jim, happy late birthday. Thanks for putting Nikki on my channel. She's been a huge help moderating this chat box and putting my links down there and stuff. So thank you so much for raising a good daughter there, Jim. You've done a hell of a job. Happy birthday, buddy. John Doe says, I'm the craziest person he knows going shark fishing in a kayak. Heck yeah, man. Got to live on the edge a little bit. That's fun times. Yeah, Ralph Wood, the cheetah, ain't got any new bikes lately. She's been slacking. And bike companies, they apparently don't like her work, I guess. So if she gets another bike, we'll do some racing. But she better get on it with the holidays coming. Now's a good time to be selling some bikes. Xander, I do hope to go catch some sturgeon at some point, but I don't have any definitive plans at the present time. It'll be one of them bucket list type things, but no plans right now. Let me scroll down here a little bit. How far behind am I? Aaron Hostetler says, moving back to Knoxville area after being gone for 6 years. Can't wait to get on the water and get on some cats. What kayak do you recommend for getting into kayak catfishing? I mean, any of the big fishing kayaks are suitable for it. I just go to either, if you're in Knoxville, go to River Sports or go to Frontier Outdoors down there in Kingston, and go to one of their demo days and try out as many as you possibly can just to see what suits your body type the best. Lord, I'm just now getting caught up to the part where we hook the fish. Here's Phillip Island with a 10 spot. He says, good luck this evening. Been on a bowfin bite here lately. They're taking over here in eastern North Carolina. Good to see you live. Still loving the content. Well, thank you, Phillip. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. Appreciate that super chat. I caught, I think, 2 total bowfin in my life, and both were on Santee Cooper over there. I didn't catch any the last time I went to Santee Cooper, but the first time I caught 2. They were pretty interesting fish. They were real good fighters. Deanna, $5 says, woo, fish on, hoping for a whopper. Thank you, Deanna. Sorry it took me so long to get to your super chat there. I'm behind. I've got to scroll down here, y'all. I'm too far behind in this chat. We're talking to people a half hour ago's comments. Jonathan Weathers, $4.99. He says, hey, Justin, what are the weight ranges for the fish you categorize as dinks, fun size, or golly whoppers? Heck if I know, man. I don't weigh anything. Your guess is as good as mine. I just eyeball it. I'm like one of them carpenters that don't use a tape measure. Just eyeball everything. Thank you for that super chat, though. Let me scroll down here. Again, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so far behind in the comments. I'm going to knock out these super chats here before they fall off the screen. Half Century, $9.99. He says, nice catfish, Justin. Well, thank you, Half Century Catfishing. Man, he's loaded me up today. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. David Klingon Smith, club member, $1.99. Thank you, David. Thanks for being a club member, man. Thanks for tuning in today. My kids, I got some videos on my channel with a couple spoonbill I've caught by accident. David Klingon Smith, $9.99. He says, see previous. Thanks for your efforts. Well, thanks, buddy. I saw your other one there, but I didn't see, if you've left another comment, I didn't see it on here. I may have accidentally passed by it, David. I apologize. I suck at this, David. I do the best I can with it. Thank you for your support, man. There's Chris and Telly Hooks and Hammocks. $10, he said, are the skips at the dams or in the coves? Telly and I will be down there all next week. I'm getting them, I haven't been to the dams, Chris. I've been getting them main lake and in the creeks, just trolling around my skipjack rigs. But they've been real easy to catch for really the last month or so. I mean, you can't not catch them out here. So I don't think you'll have any problems when you get down here. Thank you for that super chat. I hope y'all get a bunch of big fish here when you're on your trip. Riley Taylor, been a member for 24 months. Thanks for sticking with me so long, Riley. He says, 2 years, been too damn long, Justin. Glad to see the channel's growing all the time. Stay safe out there. Well, thank you, Riley. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for sticking with me. You've been here from the start, too, of this whole membership deal. Cody's getting over the COVID, too. It's going around, man. James has got it right now. Becca ain't feeling good. Quentin Salter says he works in Columbus, so please let us know the dates because I'd love to get a glimpse of you up here. Yeah, I'll when Kayak Mike gets the schedule finalized, I'll make a post about it for anybody that's interested in fishing or linking up. I don't know how many of the tournaments I'll fish because I don't know how many they're going to have yet or where they're going to be, but I'm going to try to make as many of them as possible. I think they're talking about expanding the range. Like I think they're going to go to Louisiana or Texas at some point and various other places. So It's going to be we had a good turnout on the trail last year. I think it's going to be even bigger this year. There's my man Keith Doc Reed, 24 months. He says he's still here. Thanks for sticking with me, Keith. You've been here a long time, my man. Long time. I met Keith there in person at the Kansas City conference. I guess it's about 2 years ago now. It's been a while. It's Nate Dogg. Here's your shout out to Uncle Marty. Uncle Marty's the cool uncle from Jackson, Missouri. He's a big fan. Steve, won't know if I'm planning on fishing Kentucky anytime soon. I'm going to try to get to Del Hollow at some point in the near future and do an ultralight trip. It's about 2 hours for me, but it'll be up there on the, I'll probably fish the Kentucky side of Del Hollow, Wolf River area there. Xander said he's going to put me on some sturgeon if I make it to southern Washington. I'd like to get back up there. I love Washington State. I worked there in 2014 briefly in the Vancouver, Washington, right on the border. It was an awesome state. Zachary, I may catch some accidental fish, but I'm mostly targeting sharks when I go to the Keys. Let me scroll down a little bit. Okay, I'm close to being caught up. I'm not too far behind now. Jonathan says, how much does your biggest cat? Well, hell, I don't know, man. I don't ever weigh them. I wouldn't take a guess at it. People just argue with me even if I did, so. Matt Carrier said he's looking forward to doing something similar to what you do starting next year. You're an inspiration. Thank you, Justin. Well, thank you, Matt. No, Elijah, I occasionally catch stripers by accident, but I don't ever really target them specifically. Well, thank you, Hillbilly Ohio. I'm glad you found the channel, man. No, Craig, I don't ever eat them. Preston, the membership's just for people that want to support my channel and help me out. I do some kind of behind-the-scenes videos for them. You get a discount from Catfish Sumo, and you get an emoji next to your name there on the chat box, so I can kind of discern who the members are and whatnot. Thank you for your interest in it. By His grace. Yeah, I was just talking about going to Del Hollow. I'm going to try to get down there. I wouldn't have minded going this week with the weather like it is, but the wind's been up a little bit the last couple days, so wasn't good timing. Becca said, mine is not COVID, but not going to disclose. Hope y'all understand. Do appreciate the thoughts and any prayers. Oh, absolutely, Becca. I ain't trying to do a HIPAA violation on here and give out private medical information on this live stream, but I do hope you get to feeling better. Thanks for supporting my channel there, Becca. Kenneth Carmack says, thanks for always sharing the big fish out there and being so respectful with it all. Love the content. As always, good luck out there today. Well, thank you, Kenneth. Thanks for the nice comment. Thanks for watching. I feel like we was getting hit on that front rod again. Something was after it there. Must have been a dink tapping it there. Dawson Harris says, hey, from Big D, chilly upstate New York. Hoping you'll get some golly whoppers and miss seeing the races with the Super Dog at the pond. Well, thanks, man. I miss doing it too. The dang dog's got to get us some more bikes. I think the whole electric bike thing, I think it's kind of run its course. You know, they were real hot last year going into the Christmas season and stuff, but this year it's kind of, once we got through spring and the summer, the companies don't seem to be reaching out like for this holiday season like they were last year. So I think it was kind of one of them fads or whatever they call it, where something's hot for a minute and then it kind of runs its course. Matt Carrier joined the club. Thank you, Matt. Glad to have you, buddy. Again, for those of you like Matt and Quentin who have joined today, be sure to check that community tab on YouTube there before you make any purchases from Catfish Sumo, because you all got your own 15% off discount code. And you should be able to go back on my channel and see the members only videos if you want to check out any of those too. Thank you so much for joining, y'all. Bipper Baits with the 10 spots. It's good to see the live stream. Well, good to be back on here, Bipper. Glad you could join in today. Bipper makes some good jigs, y'all. I tore up some skipjack with them jigs there last year. William Clark in the house. My mom says I need to tell a story of what Daphne did to the house, y'all. That dang dog. This dog has been, she's about found a new home multiple times, because this dog has been I don't know how she can be so good sometimes and so bad other times, but recently I'd got to the point where I was leaving her out of the crate. Just when I was gone, she could kind of just be in the house, do her own thing. She's been real good about not getting up on furniture and stuff. And of course, I closed the bedrooms off. Boy, I come home. I guess it's been, I can't remember when, it's probably been a month now. I come home. She had shredded her bed, her doggy bed. I mean, stuffing pieces of it all over the living room. And so I open my door and I walk in, and immediately I see that, right? And so I walk in and I'm just, you know, jaw open, just pissed at her that she's destroyed yet another bed. And then I smell something. And I'm like, oh no, you've crapped somewhere in this house. Like you've done it now, dog. And I look over and there's a big pile of crap right by the dining room table. And I'm like, you daggone dog. I was saying far more vulgar words than what I'm going to say on this video here. I mean, she got cussed out one side and on the other. But then things get worse. Because not only is there a big pile of crap over here by the kitchen table, when I turn around to go back to the kitchen to get me some paper towels and start cleaning up a mess, I realize she had also crapped right in front of the door. And when I come in the house, I stepped in it and had tracked it all the way to the living room, going over there and looking where she had tore up the bed. So I had not only 2 piles of crap to clean up, but I also had footsteps of where I had stepped in the crap. So then I get everything cleaned up. The piles of these giant piles, I don't know how a dog like that, she's only 50 pounds, how she could store this much crap in her, I don't even know. But she did. I get everything cleaned up. I get her doggy bed, everything. I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands, I come back out and I'm like, I still smell crap in here. Like this place still stinks. Like what is it? And I looked around and I couldn't find anything. I'm like, where is it? And it finally dawned on me what had happened. When I opened the kitchen door to come in, before I stepped in the crap, the kitchen door had grazed the top of the pile. So it was all up under the kitchen door there. So I had to get like paper towels and wet wipes and like slide them up under the door to clean the bottom of the kitchen door. I thought, man, you dang dog. I was so pissed at her. And she keeps running off too. She keeps going to my neighbor up the street. And he's a good guy, you know, he likes her and stuff, and he's got dogs, and so he'll put her in his fence there. It's a gated in fence. But it's like every chance she gets, she runs off. And I'm just like, this dog is going to be the end of me. I've been so pissed at her so many times. So yeah, that's another story of Daphne there. She's been a nightmare for me, y'all. It's been something else. Every time I think we've turned the corner, we ain't. And Pro Moderator, he's got a new dog. His last, well, he had 2 boxers, and they were older, and both of them died this year. Very sad. I loved his dogs. But he got a new boxer puppy. And that thing, it's been a nightmare at his house too. So he's got a lot more money than I do. He's hired a professional to handle his dog. He's dropping his dog off for $650 a week. This person is doing a 5-week intensive course. This dog about burned his house down recently. We just got hit right here. Look right here. That's a flathead. We got a flathead on right here. Let me get this back in the chest here. We got a flathead on. I felt a thump while I was talking to you, and that rod just went over. I don't think he's a very big flathead, but I'm confident this is a flathead. If we land this thing, we're going to dedicate this one to Becca, because she hit me with that $100 Ben Franklin. Everybody likes old Ben Franklin. Not the car dealership, but the actual Ben Franklin. Yeah, that's a flathead, Becca. Becca Mud Tramp. Been under the weather. Hopefully this flathead make you feel a little better here. It ain't very big, but it's another bite. Come on in, Flatty. Oh, Lord. Lordy days. He's wound up. He's wound up, Becca. Let's stick you up here in let's stick you back up there in the camera mount a minute. All right, flathead, come here now. He got the hook, but he threw the bait off. That's all right. We got plenty more. There you go, Becca. Thank you for the super chat. Hope you get to feeling better. This flathead's wishing you well wishes too. Get on out here, Flatty. There you go. All right, y'all. I'm gonna leave you up there while I get another piece of bait on. Y'all just admire my hat there when I'm leaned over cutting this thing here in a second. Get another chunk of skipjack. Both on the chunk so far, both on this same rod over here. Sometimes it's like that. You just have that one rod or one bait that gets hit all the time. It don't matter to me which bait they want to hit. I'm fine with catching them on whatever one they want. All right. I use a pretty big chunk on here. I got a video coming out. I don't know if it's the next video or the one after. I hooked a big flathead. I saw a tail coming out his mouth. And I tried getting it with the pliers, pulling this thing out. I pulled the tail of the fish off. It was a catfish tail, blue cat. And I could feel the catfish inside the flathead's belly. It was a pretty good sized cat, especially considering the size of the flathead. That video will be out. I don't know if it's the next one or the one after. Like I said, I'm a few videos ahead right now, so I can't remember what's what. I've had some crazy stuff happen recently. I think it was my last video that aired was the trip where I was catching fish as soon as I drop a bait down, they were on it. Just nailing it. Pretty crazy when that happens. All right, let me find where I was at in the chat here. I can't remember where I was at there to where I got something crawling on me too, y'all. Hold on. Got the bugs out here. This warm weather's brought the bugs back up. We got something leaning. Here's our yellow bass. Hold on, here's our yellow bass. Something's after him. For those of you tuning in late, I got a personal best yellow bass. He's huge. He's swimming on there. He's the only live bait we got. My rod tip was over a little bit. I don't know if that yellow bass could take it over that far or not. And it's a pretty good sized fish. I wish I'd had my measuring board with me. I'd like to just know just for reference, because I'm confident it's my PB. Whatever it is has left him alone now. He may have just been swimming real hard and was able to take the rod tip over a second. He was swimming hard from something though, wasn't he? Something was after him for him to be moving that hard with a hook in his back. By gosh. Let's see. Where am I at on here? Let me scroll down. Matt Carey said he had the same thing happen to him, but he's only wearing socks. Boy, as mad as I was stepping in her crap with shoes on, I'd have been furious if I'd been in bare feet or socks. Oh man, Billy Hamilton, $100. He says, what's up, buddy? What's up with you, Billy? Y'all, Billy Hamilton, he's another truck driver that watches my videos. Been a long time since you popped up in the chat there, Billy. Been wondering about you. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for that big super chat there. Billy, we're about to get you a fish right here on this back rod. I think that's another flathead. Let me get the camera in the chest here. That's a flathead, Billy. We're going to reel Billy in one right here in a second. I think he's got it, don't you, Billy? Yeah, he's got it. I'm pretty sure this is a flathead the way he hit it. This is another one on the chunk. I got my head bait on the front left. Both of this side are skipjack chunks. All right. It's good to... Yeah, it is another flathead right there, Billy. Thank you for that super chat, Billy. We're going to get you a fish here if I can get this thing landed for you. And we might even get that bait back too. It still looks like it's in pretty good shape. Come here, flathead, before you sling that thing off. Hold on, so I got to do something with y'all up here. Let me put you up here before I lose that telephone overboard. If I suddenly disappear on the screen, the phone went overboard, y'all. Okay, we got Billy's fish in here. There's what he ate. He gave it back to us too. Nice of him. You're a considerate fish. Another flathead right there. Thank you so much, Billy Hamilton. Glad to have you back in here, buddy. Hope you're doing well. This flathead says good seeing you again too. You on out here, Flatty? He gone? All right, y'all, that's 3 fish pretty quick now. We've only been live about an hour. Got a nice blue, 2 flatheads. Nice. Down it goes. Send this back down here. Nice. It's been for whatever reason, it's been an afternoon bite for me lately. Like I said, I caught some yesterday morning. I had stuff to do yesterday afternoon. I couldn't fish, but I caught some fish yesterday morning. But the quality just wasn't there like it has been in the afternoons recently. All right, let me see where I was at. I know I was at Billy's comment. All right, let me scroll down. By His Grace Fishing says, just the fact you answer questions and involve your audience makes you the best. Love your live ultralight fishing. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad you like those videos. I like making them, that's for sure. Josh Russell says, when I fish for catfish using skipjack, I get a lot of bites, but no hookups. What would you recommend for me to turn those bites into hookups? Do you think I'm using too big a hook? I think you're probably having small fish hitting them, probably. Them small fish can nail a bait and take it down kind of hard, but they won't necessarily have the bait in the hook. But no, I use 10-aught size hooks and I catch, small fish regularly with those. So I don't think your hook size is a problem. I'd say it's just the fish that's hitting them. Let's see. Becca says, I like flatties. That's what mainly in the river beside me. Looks good to me. And he's wound up too. He was wound up, wasn't he, for his size there, Becca? He's a feisty thing. I'm glad he didn't throw that bait off, though. John Meyer said doing the drop and hook was a great video. Let's do it live. I'd like for that to happen on a live stream. That would be awesome if it did. And it might. Never know. Well, Don the Duck's wishing channel cats on us, y'all. We don't want to see none of those. If there's channel cats out here right now with as many flatheads as we've seen, they're probably going to get eaten. You're probably right, Philip Holland. These bike companies probably got tired of Daphne making their bikes look slow. Oh, my mom's reminding me about the... See, Daphne's done so much, I've done forgot half my stories. So here's another thing Daphne done the other day, y'all. So I've been working out in my property. I got like 4 acres total, but 3 acres of it is kind of fenced off. That's a yard area. And then I've got some woods in front of my front yard. It's kind of a buffer between me and the highway, right? And so I've been working on expanding my fence area a little bit down along the other side with my neighbors. And I've been out there, I've had Daphne with the gates closed and stuff in the fence while I've been working out front, because she'd take off through the woods, get down there on the highway if I let her out there with me. Well, she got her package delivered. Unfortunately, it wasn't to her. The mailman come while I was out there, and shout out to the Postal Service. They actually opened my gate and come on up to the house, delivered the package. But I had ordered a metal detector, just a small one, not a big one, just like a little $20 one, to try to find my survey pins. I got 2 survey pins, the markers of my property there, that I can't find. I found the others. I can't find them too. They're covered in leaves and vines and stuff. So I got me that metal detector to try to find them. And I guess Daphne thought it was for her, because I was coming back from working in the woods and I saw something in my yard. I'm like, what is that over there? And went over, it's the damn metal detector. She had chewed the box. I mean, I'm talking stripped the box to tiny pieces. The Amazon box, and then the box that the metal detector come in, 1,000,000 pieces. It apparently had some holder thing, like a belt clip or something, and you could carry it around with you. I still haven't found that. It's somewhere in my yard, or she ate it one. So yeah, danged old Daphne. And the worst thing is that the metal detector, it don't work. Like, she chewed it. It didn't have a lot of teeth marks in it, but it had some. But I guess whatever she did chew on it, tore it up. So don't even work. She's a handful, y'all. I tell you, she's something. Y'all see the cute side of her, but she's a terror. Oh, the other YouTuber just got him a fish up there. We got another YouTuber out here filming a video right in front of us here while we're doing this, so he just got him one. There's some fish turning on. Now's the time in this area here where this hour of the day, last 2 hours of daylight here before dark, it's when the bite's been on for me. So hopefully we're about to really get in some big ones here. I tell you, if that yellow bass, if something gets him, that's going to be a good fish. There's Art Jr. What's going on? Becca says, okay, y'all, made it as long as I possibly can. Wished it was longer, but need to rest. Hope everybody has a blessed night. Prayers and blessings. Much love. Thank you, Becca. Thank you. I hope whatever's going on with you, I hope you get to feeling better. I'll be thinking about you, that's for sure, Becca. Brittany McIntyre says, Tommy asked if you will wish him good luck on going out fishing tomorrow. Well, good luck, Tommy. She says, we absolutely love watching your videos. Thank you. Well, thank you for watching. Nikki says, the boxes are the best parts of the dogs. Daphne will, I don't know how she even does it. Like, she will chew the box up to just tiny shreds. I don't know how she does it. Like, she puts work into it. Yeah, Stephen Roth, we got a big blue and 2 flatheads so far. Mark Reeves, we're live, buddy. You're here. Chris Greenwell says most survey pins will be I'm assuming you mean rebar. Find you a magnetic locator instead of a metal detector. That's good to know. I think according to my survey, they're iron pins is what it says. 5/8 inch iron pins is it's what it says on my survey. There's one that I can't find that I know the general area. I've seen it before, but now there's just so much leaves and stuff on there, I just can't find it. I know the general area where it's at. There's another one that's in a blackberry patch. It's going to have to be mowed down to find it, but that's them last 2 pins, the last dang 2 I can't find. I was going to have the property resurveyed, but these survey companies, when I had it done 10 years ago, it was $675. And so I'd reached out to that company that did it because I thought, they already done it once. Maybe they could just come find my pins for me. It'd be cheaper, right? Oh, no. No. $2,600 for that same company to come out. $2,600. It went from $675 for a full survey to $2,600 for them to just come out and mark my pins now. It's just, inflation has hit the survey companies, y'all. And Pro Moderator had a friend who, he was kayak fisherman and stuff. He's went to work for one of these survey companies. And so Pro Moderator thought we might could call in a favor and maybe get a friend of a friend discount type thing. Yeah, $3,900 he quoted me. So I'm like, Eric, with friends like yours, who needs enemies? So yeah, I need to find them last 2 pins somehow or another. Christina Lemke, Minnesota Catfish Queen, says, Goofy dog, get a big flathead for me. I sure miss them already. I was hoping to be ice fishing by next weekend, but our weather has changed here in Minnesota, so I'm still shore fishing sturgeon. Well, it sounds like you're still having a good time up there, Christina. Sounds like a real good time catching them big sturgeon. No, Tyler, the only deer I hunt is when I hit them with my car. There's Deanna back with $5. Deanna, thank you so much. She says, have you ever tried to take Daphne on the kayak? I have not, Deanna, and that would be a disaster, total disaster. She is so hyper and energetic. She would stay in this kayak maybe 3 minutes and she'd see a fish splash or a squirrel on the shore and she would be gone. It would be a disaster. I was taking her bank fishing for a while. If I'd go get skipjack or something and just have her on a leash. And the last time I did that, I'd let the leash down and she saw somebody and took off and I never got her back. So she don't listen to me. She won't come when I call her or anything. She just she's real defiant. She just does what she wants. So she's just one of them dogs. I hope she grows out of it. Maybe someday. Gary says, Daphne's a great co-star for your videos. She could be better, Gary, that's for sure. Oh man, Larry R. hit me with $25. He says, maybe Daphne the dog is mad because she's not been able to defend her baby cheetah title lately. Hey, thank you for that super chat there, Larry. I keep telling her to get these bike companies, send her some more, but they ain't even reaching out no more. I had a company. I'm about done. Be honest with you here, y'all. Thank you for that super chat there, Larry. I'm about done with all these companies. My deal with Catfish Sumo has been amazing. Daniel, him and I, he's the owner of Catfish Sumo. He's somebody who's become probably one of my best friends, if not my best friend. I mean, he's a really good guy. My deal with him has been so easy, so smooth, it's great. It's the perfect partnership. But all these other companies, man, they are such a pain in the butt. Anytime they try to reach out wanting to work some deal with you, it's just, I'm at a point like I don't even want to work with these companies. All these emails you get, I used to reply to all of them and say, thanks for your interest to me, I'm not interested, or, you know, try to get a phone call with them or something. Now, I'm just like, spam, spam, spam. I do keep an eye out for the bikes, but the other companies, I'm pretty much just, I'm done with it. Unless it's just a company I really want to work with, I ain't fooling with it. We'll let Daphne try to negotiate with these companies. Hey, what's going on, Andy Bass? Nikki says, Miss Daphne's just a girl. Most of us don't like being told what to do. That's the truth. You're right about that. Keith says, I hit a deer Thursday morning in my Toyota and hit another one Saturday in the Nissan. Wiped out both trucks. Dang, that's some bad luck, Keith. I hate that, man. I hope they didn't damage them too bad. Them deer, though, I mean, every time I drive down the highway or interstate, you see a deer that's been hit. I mean, it's about every day they get taken out around here. Here's fishing from scratch, $10. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. He says, I hope you don't mind me doing this, but I really wanted to shout out Meat Hunter Rods. They went above and beyond to help me fix what I broke. That kind of customer service deserves praise. Well, hey, thank you, man. I'm glad you had a good experience with them there. That's the true test of a company. With me, is their customer service. Because, you know, things, I don't care how good your quality is, things are going to go wrong from time to time. You know, if you're putting out large quantities of products, you're going to have an occasional defect or accident or something's going to happen. But to me, it's how the companies stand behind their products, what they're willing to do to make it right with you. That's what matters. And so I'm glad you had a good experience with Meat Hunter there. And thank you for supporting the channel, man. Floyd Vincent says, hey, Justin, what's your favorite time to fish and what's your favorite area to fish? Well, my favorite time is pretty much spring and fall, mainly warm days because I don't like cold weather. But spring and fall, that's when you're going to usually catch the most and biggest catfish. At least around here. Wintertime can be good too, but it's very hit or miss. And summertime during the spawn is tough. You'll get big fish occasionally, but it's hard to pattern it for sure. Floyd, we just had one get hit. We got one after that head. He hit it. He hit it, but he didn't hook up. Might have been just a dink there. But yeah, I think the spring and fall catfishing. What I'm looking forward to the most right now, though, is going down there to the Florida Keys and going after sharks. I'm hoping to get me another hammerhead this year. That's what I really want to do. I like catfishing, but when I sit around and daydream of trips I want to go on, it's saltwater stuff. I guess because it's just, you know, it's something I don't have access to all the time. I can go catfishing 7 days a week around here, but I don't have access to sharks. So I'm really looking forward to that trip. Well, good, Keith. I'm glad both them trucks are full coverage. That's still frustrating that it happens, but at least you hopefully won't be out more than a deductible for it. Mark Pryor in the house. What's going on, Mark? Andy said, Justin, that was a fat cat you caught. It was amazing. Was that the biggest of the year for you? I don't know what the biggest of the year for me is, Andy, to be honest with you. Off the top of my head. I've caught some good ones this year, but I don't know off the top of my head which has been the biggest. Heath Bush just got on here. Been pretty good. We got like 3 fish in the first hour here. 2 flatheads and a blue. No, Corey Temple, I ain't never been pulled overboard, thankfully. Brian Faux Shizzle, love the name, Faux Shizzle. San Diego, California, saying hello, love the vids. That's awesome, man. Thanks for tuning in. Still plenty of daylight out there in California. We're running out of it here. Stephen Roth says it's rut right now, so they're heavy moving and dumb bucks chasing does, and one or both are getting hit due to one thing on their mind. Yeah, I wish they would just make hunting season year-round here, because we got so many dang deer. I don't think you could hunt them out. I don't think it'd be possible, but even if they did, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. Bipper Bates says, you ever consider an influencer agent for sponsors or a video editor so you can fish more? I had a meeting with an agent last year, maybe it was the year before, and I didn't like her terms. She seemed very competent, very good at what she did, but she wanted 20% of everything, even deals I got on my own, not just for her. I thought 20% is a big cut when there's no guarantee. I wouldn't mind giving her 20% of any deals she got me, but I don't want to give her 20% of my Catfish Sumo deal, for instance, that I got that on my own. I don't want to give her 20% of my ad revenue from YouTube because she ain't helping with that. So I thought it was a little bit much. As far as a video editor, I've tried a couple of them. They suck. You know, you got to have somebody that likes your videos and understands your style. Most of the time, these video editors, they're doing wedding videos, or they're doing vacation type videos, things that are just video clips that are set to music and kind of gives you the type of video I'm talking about. I don't know what they're officially called, but you know what I'm trying to say. When you're doing my videos are basically on the water vlogs, really. I mean, I'm talking a lot, we catch some fish, I talk some more. You got to have somebody that's got some common sense and knows when to splice in the video to do what I do, and common sense is lacking in this world. So I tried a couple of them. I gave them raw footage and tried to get them to edit the video that I had already edited and it hadn't posted yet. So I wanted to see how close they could get to what I had done. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it my damn self. It's just easier. I know it gets done right. It's time consuming, but it's done right if I do it. It may not always be posted at the right time. I had a video on my second channel, I think it was last week or week before, come out at midnight. I apparently forgot to set the time on there, goofed up on that, but at least I know the editing is done properly. It would be nice to have somebody do that stuff, though. It'd take a lot off my plate. Lars, I don't know what a yellow belly catfish is. Jay wants to go Goliath grouper fishing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind catching one, but I have seen some kayaks get flipped from the grouper because they are a battle. If I hook one, it'll be accidental. There's Catfishing Freak. We'll see you later, Chris and Telly. Boy, Mike Davis up there, 34 degrees in Vermont. He says, thanks for turning him on to the ultralight fishing. It's a dang good time. I'm glad you gave it a shot, man. I'm going to hopefully make it to Dale Hollow to do some of it here soon. Oh, Josh, how we've been telling Daphne stories throughout this live stream, buddy. She's been a hell on wheels lately. Fishing Key Largo says hammerheads are starting to show now in good numbers. Winter is the best time for them. Great. I'll be down there soon. I don't want a big one. I'd like a 6 to 10 foot hammerhead. I don't want to deal with no 18 footer, 1,000 pound specimen. I don't want to fool with that. I want the small ones. 6 to 8 foot's plenty enough good time in a kayak. There's JG Hill Studio. What's going on, man? Keith took out a couple deer. Thanks for your service there, Keith. Yeah, Mike Pryor, I'll be recording down there on my Keys trip. I probably won't go live while I'm in Florida, but I'll be filming regular videos down there. Chris Jones says, welcome to the Catfish Club. Should say welcome back to him. Glad to have you back to the club, Chris. Thanks for your support, man. Glad to have you in here. We got a lot of people in here. This is a lot more people in the chat than what I thought we would have today. Just with it being time of year and me not announcing anything before coming out here. I set the live stream when I launched my kayak today, and I went and trolled a creek for a little while trying to get some live baits. I thought I might get some crappie or yellow bass, and got that, what I think is my PB yellow bass. That thing's huge. If he don't get eat here, I'm going to put him in my cooler. I'll use him for cut bait on the next trip. He's a big one. But yeah, I'd made that post here to set the stream just, I don't know, an hour before we actually went live. So nice to see so many people in here. Gary Millwood says, one of the highlights of his life was meeting you at the Catfish Sumo meet and greet. Well, I'm glad I had that big an impact on you, Gary. I'm glad you come out. Gary showed up down there to the Chattanooga event there at Catfish Sumo headquarters when we had the tournament meet up there. So it's nice meeting you too, Gary. There's Vance Williams. Yeah, man, we've got two flatheads and a blue. Floyd says he's never been shark fishing, but knows the snapper fishing in Florida is fun. Yeah, they're obsessed down there with them snapper. And I'm like, I don't see the appeal. I guess they're good eating. I caught one last year. I forget what kind of, a mutton snapper, I think it was. And it was, 4 or 5 pound fish, I guess. Well, I don't know if that's big for them or not. But Elias is like, man, that's a $100 fish if you bought it at the seafood market. I'm like, well, I'm upset because I caught it because I couldn't cut it up. They're protected. You can't use them for bait. So I was pissed about it. People, those are prized catches down there, them snapper. David Anderson from Texas. Josh Hale said he just rescued a pit boxer mix. She's been a piss. I bet, man. They're energetic dogs, that's for sure. Fishing from scratch, I rarely ever fish Chickamauga. Usually if I'm going to drive that far, I just keep going on down to Nickajack. I did fish Chickamauga this past year for a tournament. I think I finished third place in that tournament and won a little money. But yeah, I don't fish there much. Yeah, Bipper, yeah. And I don't know, if I had a different type of genre, oh boy, that's a nice takedown right there. That's a nice takedown. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, he just popped off too. I think he ripped our bait off. He did, he ripped our bait off. That was a pretty good takedown. Well, let me stick y'all back up here in the mount. We gotta get us another bait. Something's done stole from us here. Let's see what we got. Daggone stealing fish down there. I'm gonna get my skipjack out. All right. Hold on, y'all, just admire my hat a minute here while I'm cutting up this skipjack. That's a nice hat too, by the way. Available at catfishsumo.com. A little sneak preview for you, by the way, too. We're about to have some beanies coming out, some toboggans. Pretty excited about it. We had one of the prototypes the other day, and it looked okay. I like the material. Got to do some work on the logo. But yeah, that'll be available pretty soon. Anybody interested in any merchandise stuff, I have moved everything to Amazon. I'm very pissed off at Teespring. I used Teespring for merchandise for a while, like shirts and hoodies and stuff, because they were affiliated with YouTube. So if you use Teespring, YouTube would put your merchandise under the videos when it played, like a little banner there. Convenient, right? The problem with Teespring is they suck. I was getting complaints from people buying shirts and hoodies and stuff about poor quality, long shipping times. And so I ordered some myself recently. So I wanted to see, like, let me get some updated stuff. Let me see what it looks like for myself, see how long it takes them to ship it to me. Took them over a month to get it to me, and both a shirt and a hoodie showed up looking like trash. I said, you know what, I'm done with you. So I fired them, basically. I quit. Went back to Amazon. I've ordered some samples from Amazon. looks good. Quality looks good, both shirts and hoodies. Unfortunately, it's Kayak Catfish only. No Kayak Carp stuff on Amazon because for whatever reason, I'm interacting with a bot on there. You can't talk to a person. They're telling me I have to prove that I own the logo, Kayak Carp. I've submitted documentation that I own it, but it keeps coming back to me. Like the same automated thing keeps coming, it's the same message keeps coming back, and I can't get through to a real person. So, only Kayak Catfish merchandise on Amazon for the time being. But we're going there. I'm done with Teespring. I've had too many complaints with them. It shouldn't take a month to get a damn t-shirt ordered. It just shouldn't. The ones I ordered from Amazon, the hoodie showed up in like 3 days. The shirt was 5 or 6 days, I think. It was quick. So anyway, y'all don't care about that. We got our bait back down there now. Yeah, I lost where I was at on the chat again. Okay, let's see. Oh, me too, Keith. We'll never know what I'd hooked into, but that thing was big. I mean, that thing towed me out a long ways. I hope to hook into something that big again. I just hope I get to see it next time. Pigs and apples from Sydney, Australia. It's morning time over there. I don't know if they're in front of us or behind us. Thanks for tuning in, Pigs and Apples. I'm glad you could make it to a live stream here. Callie says, it's you, Justin. We'll always watch if we're able. I appreciate you, Callie. I appreciate you. Some of you watch every video I put out. Twitch said, should I put my fishing gear on YouTube? I mean, I guess you can. Luke Carroll there inviting me out on the pontoon near St. Louis if I'm in the area. I may take you up on that sometime, Luke. I don't know when or if I'll ever be back out there, but I may take you up on it sometime. Stephen Roth, been a member for 18 months. Thank you, Stephen. He's been with me a long time, too. Appreciate all you club members. No, Travis, it's like 70 degrees here today. It's perfect. John Doe said he shared the live 30 times. Well, thank you, John. It does help. Yeah, sharing the videos and stuff's a big help. There's Forrest Godshall. Elijah says, I make fishing look easy. I'll fake it well then, I guess. Robert S. said, we had several places we would always catch a good one. Almost every trip, then a commercial fisherman started popping up and our spots are trashed. Yeah, I hear that happen, especially up on the Ohio River. Look right here, our yellow bass. Our yellow bass just got eat. Something's got him, man. Something's got him. The yellow bass can't take a rod down like that. Oh my God, he let it go. For those of you tuning in late, we got my personal best yellow bass. I showed him off at the beginning of this video. He just had something after him. I hope they didn't rip him off the hook. I'm going to reel him up just to see if he's on there. Let me just make sure he ain't foul hooked. Dang, man. He's not foul hooked, and he's still moving some fins. He ain't looking as lively as he was when we first got out here. That's 2 fish now that's got after him. That one there, something had bit him and took the rod over. He couldn't have, especially the condition he's in right now, there's no way he could have bent this rod over that far. We're getting right here at the witching hour. It's time for a big monster to come through. That was exciting for a second, y'all. Got my heart rate up a little bit. I just knew it was about to happen. There's B.E. Bishop. He says snapper are prized in New Zealand as well. I've been surf casting for them, as many are being caught from the shore currently. People love him snapper, man. I guess they good eating fish. I don't know, but I'm not much of a fish eater. Just, it annoys me that if I was catching a bunch of them last year, small ones there by the bridges, but you can't use them. You can't use them for shark bait. It's frowned upon. I'm like, sharks eat them all the dang time. You can't use them. There's Nikki asking more stories from Daphne with my mom. Nikki, there's probably more stories with Daphne. I just can't remember off the top of my head. She does something all the dang time. She's hell on wheels. Deanna wants people want some beanies. That's what I'm talking about. Nikki sharing the link there. Hopefully, I'm hoping we'll have them before Christmas. We'll see. We got to get more samples in with the bigger logo on the toboggan there. So we definitely like the material. That's the main thing, finding the right material for it. John Doe says, story time and fishing, the best stuff is here. Wesley Goodfishing says, what happened to your buffalo obsession? I suck at it, Wesley. That's the problem. I'm the worst buffalo fisherman ever. They're a hard fish to target. Like, you're either on them or you ain't. It's pure luck. I went down there to Texas. It was November of last year. It's been right at a year. I went to Texas to fish with that guide. And we caught one buffalo and like 3 days down there. It was freezing cold, and we caught 1 million channel cats. It was a terrible experience. The worst fishing trip I've ever been on in my life. No fault of the guide. I mean, he done the best he could. It was just one of them. The weather was awful. It was just poor timing. And but yeah, I just ain't got good at buffalo. And I planned on kind of doing more carp fishing, especially during the summer months when the catfish spawn. I really wanted to hit the carp hard this year, get better at it. But I was fishing the tournament trail, and so I was traveling a little bit. I had some trips planned and stuff, so I haven't done as much carp fishing this year as I would have ideally liked to have. But yeah, the answer to your question is I suck at catching buffalo. That's the truth of it. Maybe one of these days I'll get good at it. I can't get much worse at it, that's for sure. The Bipper Baits, if you want a kayak catfish mankini, by gosh, you can. I'll let you do the modeling of that to your audience. I sure ain't going to model one. Oh man, there's Callie back with another 20. Says, I'm looking forward to meeting you next summer. My coworkers think I'm lying about having a chance to fish with a YouTuber with over 150,000 subscribers. We'll have to be sure to get pictures. Hey, Callie, like I said, we're gonna make them believers, by gosh, because you show up down here, we're going fishing. Even if it's just fishing from the bank from wherever you're camping at, we're gonna make it happen. You've been too good for me for too long for me not to hook up with you while you're down in here in town and stuff. It's going to happen. Fields to Water, he's had problems with Teespring shirts too. Yeah, I cut Teespring some slack during COVID because, the mail, everything, distribution, everything was backed up during COVID. But at this point in time, I mean, if it's still taking a month for somebody to get a shirt and it shows up and it looks like crap, I mean, that's just unacceptable. And I was like, I'm done with it. Amazon don't pay you crap for commissions, but I'm like, I don't really care. It's more important to me that people, if somebody actually wants a shirt with my logo on it, I mean, I just want them to have something good quality. I don't care if I make any money on it or not. I want you to have something that you're proud to wear, not that crap from Teespring. So I'd rather deal with Amazon, make less money, and y'all get better quality. There's Fred Zeifel. He says he's late. Derek Bosher says, how many other catfish YouTubers? A bunch, man. Everybody's got a YouTube channel anymore. Everybody's got a YouTube channel, and everybody's a bait dealer nowadays. Everybody thinks they're going to get rich on YouTube, so they all starting channels. They look at somebody like me, that's been fortunate to do this, full time for a few years, but they wasn't watching back 5, 6 years ago when I was putting out videos 2, 3 times a week, every week, year round, wasn't making a dime, you know. They wasn't thinking about the grind, you know. So a lot of these YouTubers, they pop up, they go at it hard for a few months, and then you don't see them again. You know, it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. Takes a little while to get things rolling. Most people quit before they get to that point. Lost my spot again, y'all. I'm terrible at this. There we go. Travis Woodard said, yes, sir. Never miss a video. Thank you, Travis. Maxim Young caught a big flathead yesterday. Congrats, man. It's just, they're biting good right now. It's just fall. The water temperature's starting to drop, and they're feeding up for winter. Every fall, bite turns on with flatheads like this. No, Josh, I ain't doing no fly fishing videos. I got my 10-car rod, but I'm terrible with it. Billy from Indiana in the house. Nicky, yellow bass has seen better days, ain't he? He's had a hard time today. You know, I don't know how old yellow bass get. I don't know how long it takes for one to grow to that size. But that fish, for him to survive this long without getting eaten, he's ran the gauntlet. But boy, we've put him through it today. Living well, Christopher Kurtz. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I'm glad you could tune into a live there, Billy. Keith, I want that to happen too. I'd love for a big flathead to eat that yellow bass. There's Catfish Hunters TV. Doug, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if mental health problems exist with animals, but I could see Daphne being bipolar because she's, I mean, just loving one minute and spiteful the next. Floyd Vinson, he's asking about what website are you using to get the information for the tournament trail. Says he's wanted to get into that on his days off from work. Right now, they don't really have a website per se. So there's 2 ways to get the information. One is through the Fishing Chaos app. That's the tournament app we use to submit our fish during the tournament. So you can go to the Fishing Chaos. It's a free app. Download it and then search for online kayak catfishing tournaments, and you'll be able to pull up the King Cat Trail there. The other best way, the best way to really find out more information about it is to join the Facebook group. Kayak Mike runs a Facebook group called Online Catfishing Tournaments, and that's where he makes a lot of the group announcements and tournament schedules and stuff like that. And they'll probably be announcing it on the King Cat. King Cat has a nationwide boat tournament trail, and so they sponsored some of the tournaments last year in the kayak division, and then this year Kayak Mike's tournament trail is going to be a division of King Cat. We're going to follow some of the same cities that they go to in the boats, and so that's the best way. But they've got a bunch of sponsor money already lined up ahead of time for this coming year, so it's going to be a real good thing, a real good trail this year. Going to be some exciting places to fish and some big paydays for people who show up. So hopefully see you out there in some of the tournaments. Let's see. Somebody, was that Billy Hamilton again? Billy Hamilton hit me with another $140. Thank you, Billy. He said, been doing all right, just overly busy, and bought me a new pickup. Well, thanks, Billy. Man, I appreciate the heck out of you, man. That's awesome. You hit me with $100 earlier, now you hit me with $140. You're a good man, Billy. Billy don't show up often on here, but by gosh, when he does, he's bringing Santa's gift bag. I hope we catch another fish here to dedicate to you, Billy. That's real nice of you, man. David Klingensmith, he says, I'm in northeastern Washington State, about 20 miles south of Canada, and it's 32 degrees. On Saturday, I'll be fishing in a drizzle to celebrate our Marine Corps birthday. Semper Fi. Happy birthday to all the Marines out there, by gosh. Thanks for your service, man. I hope you have fun celebrating, but you can keep that cold weather up there. I don't want it down here. No, David Clark, you ain't gonna see me. You'll see me use Kool-Aid in my carp mix, but not for the chicken. That's for sure. Gary says I'm the king of the catfish YouTube world. Well, thank you, Gary. It's nice of you to say. James says I'm the nature boy of fishing. I like it, man. Y'all know I'm a Nature Boy Ric Flair fan. Although I think he's back now. I think he's in AEW. I don't know if he's going to manage Sting for his retirement match or watch. I watched some YouTube clips of it. I don't know how that's going to go. Nature Boy's last retirement match last summer was something, a sight to behold. Look right here. I'm going to get Billy Hamilton another fish here. That's a nice takedown. That's a nice takedown. Oh, boy, I can't get the rod out of the rod holder, Billy. Billy hit me with $140 daggone a second ago, so we're going to get him another fish here. Is this another flathead, Billy? I hope it is. For those of you tuning in, we've had a pretty nice blue and 2 small flatheads since we went live. And whatever this is. This one also ate a chunk of skipjack. Our live bait has been messed with twice, but no solid hookups. Cut bait, though, is always dependable for both blues and flatheads out here. Let's get this thing up here. We ought to be getting close here, Billy. Another flathead, Billy. Billy's getting him another flathead here. No, he's going to splash us and get us all wet. Let some flathead and that sun goes down. It's going to get a little chilly on my way back to the car now. I ain't trying to be all soaking wet. Let me set y'all back up here and while I land this thing. Y'all talk amongst yourselves a minute here while we get Billy's fish. He ain't all that big, but he's wound up. Come here, flathead. Come here, flatty. Come on in. Nice. He gave us the bait back. I think we're going, I mean, that bait still looks good. It's still bloody and everything there, so we'll probably drop it back down. Billy, here's your fish, buddy. He's still ornery. Let's adjust that dang thing. There we go. Well, now I've cut my own head off on that thing. We having camera mount problems here, y'all. I got that thing set for my GoPro, not my phone. There you go, Billy. Thank you for that big super chat, man. Get on out of here, fish. There you go. Well, let's just take a look here, see what we got going on. I'm having fun out here, y'all. I don't know if y'all are, but I'm having a good time reeling these fish in. We ain't got nothing, no golly whoppers yet, but it's been a pretty good bite so far. I don't know how long we've been live now. Coming up on 2 hours, so 4 fish in 2 hours. Not been as active as some of my recent trips, but I'll take it. All right, let's send our bait back down. It still looks pretty good. We'll leave it on there a little while. Down it goes. All my baits are suspended here, y'all. This is my favorite way to fish. I try to do it as much as I can. The bite's been like it has been lately. I ain't had a reason to do anything but suspend. All right, let me see where I was at there. Well, where'd it go? Well, crap, y'all. That dang fish has caused me to lose my spot again. All the years we've been doing YouTube, I wish that YouTube would fix it. Wherever I stop on the chat box, I wish it would stay there until I'm ready to go back to it. But it always adjusts. Deanna wants a shirt with my face on it. Deanna, you'd be the only person that got that shirt. Stephen, I'd like to come fish the Cumberland. And I think I'll be curious to see if the tournament trail ends up going there this year. I know the King Cat trail is going there. So I'll be curious to see if the kayak division does too. Let's see. Quentin says, funny enough, when I started really getting into fishing this year, I couldn't catch a thing, so I decided to carp fish because they're so abundant. First video I found was keep it simple carp fishing. That's awesome, Quentin. That video, I mean, it's done pretty well for me. I've refined my carp methods a little bit since then. I feel like I've gotten a smidge better at catching carp since that video come out, but that video, it's gotten a lot of views. There's Billy's comment. All right, now I found where I'm at. Fred says, come on down to Muscle Shoals. I just might at some point. I'm glad you find the videos helpful, Quentin. I appreciate you supporting the channel, man. There's MJB in the house. Fields to Water says, good meeting you at Rising Sun. Was talking with you and Ryan at the ramp. Well, I'm sorry you was subjected to Ryan, you know. Old Ryan Bortz. He's been living it up that he beat me this year. He's on cloud nine of it. I'm beating me is his Super Bowl. If I beat him, it's just a Tuesday to me. But if he beats me, it's like winning a World Series. Good luck this weekend, Maxim Young. Size matters catfishing. That's the truth, fishing from scratch. If Billy ever finds his way to Donna's Diner, I'm going to buy his lunch. Well, I'm behind again, y'all. I got to scroll down. There's Marvin Manson. Travis Woodyard, I've caught 3 piebalds in my life. They're pretty rare fish. I don't catch them often. Something's going on with Lynn. I've missed the comment, but Will said she's under the weather. And boy, everybody's sick up in here right now. Will, when Lynn wakes up, tell her I'm wishing her well. I hope she gets to feeling better soon. Mark Batalowitz, he's a club member. Thank you, Mark. He says, do you still have your Old Town, the one from Minn Kota? I do not. I sold that a couple years ago. I still have my Old Town pedal drive, which I love. That's my favorite kayak of all time. You know, it's pedal drive, so it's not as easy to film videos in as this kayak with the motor and whatnot. But no, I got rid of the one with the Minn Kota. I had 2 problems, warranty claims with the motor, and you know, some other issues kayaks. So it just didn't really suit my style in the end. I had high hopes for that kayak. I think their future generations of it's going to be a lot better, but I wasn't real happy with the motor quality. James, we caught 3 flatheads and a blue so far. Never been to Wilson Lake, Forrest. Been to Wheeler twice. Never been to Wilson. Fred said if he had only caught that last flathead, it's worth the trip. I like catching me some flatheads too, Fred. They always brighten my day. There's Caudil Assam. I may be mispronouncing it. I'm sorry, buddy. JG Hill Studios says, piebald 1 in a million. Justin caught one. JG, I felt a rod get hit. Which one was it? Something hit me. As the kayak moved. Must have been a dink tap, I reckon. No, Max, I ain't never been to Elk City Reservoir. Nikki says, we ain't seen Brian Forrest and his horse name. No, we ain't seen Toby tonight. The only Toby in here tonight is probably Nikki's dog watching. She got a dog named Toby too. There's Ted. What's going on, Ted? I met him at the Kansas City Catfish Conference. Him and his daughter both. Ted, I was talking earlier about how I ain't got no more Kayak Carp merchandise. So them shirts that you and your daughter had, the Kayak Carp shirts, values just sky high on them now because there ain't no more being made. So you better hold on to them things. When I die, somebody might give you $5 for it. Ain't that something? Anytime somebody dies, like a sports, like an older sports athlete or something, all their stuff on eBay goes up in value for like a week, and then it tapers back off. Weird how that works. So, Ted, if I die, that Kayak Carp shirt's going to be worth maybe at least $250. Somebody might give you $250 for it just to use it as a rag to clean their car with. Nikki says Toby's listening in. Y'all, I hate the name Toby so bad. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but the name Toby just, it's like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know why it's like that. It's always been like that. Shannon Mullins says, love your videos. Learned a lot from you the last year. Keep them being. Well, thank you, Shannon. There's Jeff Gerald. What's going on, man? We out here catching some fish tonight, Jeff. Mark Reeves from Ohio. Yeah, Bipper, you better frame that Kayak Carp hoodie, buddy. So until I can sort out a mess at Amazon with a real person, good luck with that. All you can talk with these, AI has gotten so good now that these companies have all done away with people. You're interacting with a computer through AI. But the problem is, even though AI has gotten better, it ain't perfect. So there's still communication barriers, which I am having with Amazon over my carp merchandise. So, one of them things. Maybe we'll get it sorted out eventually. I want to tell you the story of the link issue with True Timber so bad I can't stand it, but I probably shouldn't because I don't want to get in more trouble with YouTube. I'm already on their bad list here. I ain't going to tell you. I've teased you with it. I should tell you now that I've teased you, but I'm not. Because YouTube's listening to everything. You know how it is. They're always listening in. I can't be getting in no trouble on here. This is my meal ticket. Donna's Diner 2 days a week is counting on me to be able to go down there and get me a sandwich. Ted says mine are autographs, so they're priceless. Well, it's nice of you to say, Ted. Well, my mom's saying don't do it. She's telling me don't do it twice. I ain't going to do it. Yeah, I ain't going to tell that story. I'm in trouble on there, though. If you still seeing me on here, things are still okay. But if I suddenly disappear on YouTube, things went bad for me. We'll just leave it at that. Leanna says, how could you possibly be on the naughty list? That's outrageous. Oh, I know. I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't know how I'm breaking policies. I don't understand, but I am. JG Hill Studio, $4.99. He says, last video was killer. One of my favorites. A little money for Daphne, a treat. Rock on. Well, thank you, Justin. Man, I appreciate you giving me that $4.99 there. Daphne will appreciate it, too. She's, I just got her, I bought her a new toy. Actually, I found her a football floating down river a month or so ago, and she loved it because it was just the right size where she could get it in her mouth, and we could throw it in the yard and stuff, but she chewed it up. So I bought another one at Walmart recently, and it's a little too big. She tries her best to get her mouth on it, but she can't. So I'm going to have to get her another football. Well, it's just a little bit smaller. I like the football with it. If you throw in a tennis ball or something small, you'll never get it back from her. She'll taunt you with it. But the football, if she'll bite down on the end of it, I can smack it out of her mouth and be able to get it and throw it. John Dose is big. I know I gotta be, man. I gotta be. Rusted Roots is long-time listener, first-time caller. I love it. He says, I got nothing. I just love watching your adventures. Keep it going. I love that, man. That's what all these guys on the local radio football call-in shows say. First, long-time listener, first-time caller. There's Lynn. Lynn's up from her nap, everybody. Hope you're feeling better, Lynn. There's my man Clinton G. He's a club member too, forever. $10. He says, have a good one, Justin. Glad I got to catch the live. I'm glad you made it in here, Clinton. Thanks for being a member so long. We've been catching some flatheads and one blue. About to get dark here soon. It gets dark so dang early anymore. We just had the time change, and I'm refusing to acknowledge the time change. My body, I used to go to bed about 10 o'clock. Now I'm just going to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm keeping my same daggone schedule. You know, I ain't playing with this government time switch. It ain't healthy for people. Maxim said, last video in the top 5 favorites for sure. A longer video means it's going to be a banger. Yeah, if it's a long catfish video, it means I've caught some fish in it. Hi Texan says, hey, is the Kayak Catfish highlight channel you or someone using it? It's me, yeah. It's just a place to kind of put shorter videos. You know, a lot of people, I've had a lot of complaints through the years. People may be interested in my channel but don't have time for a 30-minute or hour-long video. And so the goal with the highlights channel is to take some of my longer content, kind of shrink it down, make it more condensed, posting shorts on there too, and just kind of give people an option that maybe would scroll on by my channel that's got videos that's, you know, 45 minutes long, but they might watch a video that's 10 minutes long. So that's kind of the goal with that. But yeah, it's me. If you see somebody on Instagram or TikTok that ain't my account posting, that ain't me. And that's been a challenge lately. Everybody's been stealing content, posting it on there, growing their Instagrams and TikToks and stuff, and you can't get nothing done about it. Instagram used to be fast. You'd make a copyright claim, they'd take it down 24 hours. Now you wait a couple weeks, and then they want you to verify your identity and that you own the content. Be another week before they get back to you after that. You can't get nothing done anymore. I had a account right now on Instagram. They've got like 50 videos of mine they've stole. And I report a few of them at a time. And so, what day was it? I think it was over the weekend this past week. Instagram finally got around to reviewing my copyright claims. And 11 of them, I got like 11 emails in a row where they had approved the claim, they had removed the content from this person's page. I checked his account a couple hours later. I thought, you know, you get 11 copyright claims, just boom, boom, boom like that, you ought to have your account removed, right? Oh no. Not only was his account still there, he had posted again like 2 hours later. He didn't even his account didn't even get suspended or anything. Nothing. There's no recourse. So these people, it's like, you know, they can steal your content, just, you know, snap of a finger, just download it, repost it. There's no recourse. There's no consequences for them. So why wouldn't they do it? You know, nobody cares. So it's just one of them things. You know, it's frustrating as a content creator because when you get a video that's doing well and they go and upload it to their 50 different accounts, it kind of dilutes it a little bit, and it's harder to get people to watch your video when they've already seen it on somebody in Pakistan's internet cafe, you know, creating their accounts. What I need to have happen is I need an American to steal my videos. That's what I need, and then I'm going to sue them and make an example out of somebody. I thought I was going to get somebody, I guess it was, my days run together. I think maybe it's last year, maybe. But I had somebody steal my logo, American. And they were using it for a tournament. And it was brought to my attention, and I reached out and, you know, basically cease and desist, because I own my logo. It's trademark. United States government. I've went through the trademark process. By God, it's mine. Ain't nobody using it for anything. And so this tournament guy got a little smart ass with me right away. I thought, oh, here we go. I'm gonna have my chance here. We're gonna have a whole new vlog series. Me suing tournament director. But he ended up changing his tune and taking it down. Hold on. We got something happening here. My line is swam. Let's see if we can catch up. Well, we got one. Man, he's up there at my dang motor too. He just dropped it. Good. He got my fly all wrapped around my bait there. I hate that he dropped it, but I'm kind of glad he did because he was right there at the motor. He was swimming that way. Yeah, I'm tired of people stealing from me, y'all. Eventually there's gonna be an American that's gonna steal from me, either my content or my logo. And I'm gonna make an example out of somebody, and would it be worthwhile to do it? No. I'll spend more in legal fees than what I would ever recoup. But it's worth it to me just to make an example out of somebody. Because I hate people that steal. And it just ticks me off that they're able to not only steal, but do it with zero recourse. I mean, nothing, no consequences. So anyway, y'all don't care about that. That's just me whining and complaining. There's bigger tragedies in the world. Lord James Shuey has got COVID. Becca's sick. Lynn is sick. Everybody's sick on here, and here I am just complaining about people stealing stuff. Don't listen to me, y'all. Let me scroll down here. Callie says her feral cats have a few toys we leave out for them, and it's adorable when they actually play around with them. I bet it is. Will Loy says he's wearing his Kayak Carp tee again today, second time. I caused you to go live. Well, thanks, Will. I appreciate you wearing it. This thing James working in the garden trying to finish getting the corn stalks out of the ground. That's a big 70 by 70 is a big garden. That's a lot of work right there. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Cottle. They make these accounts, and I had one account this summer. They had made a Facebook business page that looked just like me, and they were trying to get money out of people through there. People would message that page thinking it was me, and it was them, and they'd try to get money. That's ridiculous. It's very unfortunate. Keith says he likes the highlight channel. He says he can age them by the rods. I bet that's the truth. It's like decades, with the different rods. That's funny. Leanna, YouTube actually puts a watermark on my YouTube videos, but these people, they just edit them out. So even if you did have a watermark, yeah, technically at that point, it's not only a copyright violation, it's also a trademark violation. You still got to get somebody at Instagram or TikTok to review it and do something about it, which they won't. So still nothing can be done. Andy Baker says he likes the shorter ones. Thank you, Andy. Nikki, if everybody, I could say the name of that account, but if everybody went to it, it would probably boost them in the algorithm and help them out. Oh, James, if they cancel me, they wouldn't give a crap. They wouldn't. I'm not a blip on YouTube's radar. JG Hill Studio, they're starting to drop. I come out here today, for instance, and Fort Loudon's dropped about a foot. So they're starting to draw us down for winter here. It's usually about this time of year we start lowering everything. I use Scotty rod holders there, PCA Hoops. Oh, there goes the other YouTuber. I guess he gave up. I think he reeled in one fish. He come out of that creek and set up right here in front of us, and I'm here in front of this creek. We're getting fish going in or out. I don't know what he was on over there. I think he got one during that time. I guess he's give up on it. Y'all might see me in his video. I'm sure he's got comments to say about it. Andy Baker, I've been telling baby cheetah stories all up in here today. I've been telling some doozies on old Daphne. Callie says they freezing up there. I hope we have a mild winter here. I don't want to have no freezing temperatures here. Snow is pretty, but I don't want to see it. It's too cold. It's pretty to look at, but it can't do nothing but sit in the house. Mustang James says, I can't even lie, Justin. I love to garden and do the whole homestead thing. We don't have much land, but I try to make the best out of it. Hey, James, I'm with you, man. I like to tinker around and grow plants in the garden and stuff. It's good for the soul. There's something soothing about it to tinker with plants and stuff. I think that's how we were meant to be as human beings, you know, hunter-gatherers. No, James, I don't give free promotion on here. I'm assuming that's why you come out here and set up right in front of me, try to get a reaction out of me. But it is what it is. I do my thing, man. These other YouTubers can hate on me and take shots at me and, you know, say whatever they want to about me. It don't affect me none. I just keep doing my thing, and my channel just year over year just keeps growing. So that's the way it goes. The higher you climb, the more people want to try to pull on your leg and try to bring you down. That's society today, man. Life's too short for that crap. I ain't got, but you know, I'm 41 now, so I got maybe 40, 50 years left if I'm lucky. I ain't got time to waste, man. Half my life's over. I gotta focus on being happy and having fun and doing what I do. Will says it's going to snow. Remember, he was a meteorologist in the Air Force. Well, Lynn, I hope his meteorologist's ability is better than the local weather girls here, because can't none of them get a forecast right. He can't be no worse at his forecast than they are. Big G says, awesome videos, man. Thank you. Fishing for Whatever says, you're cool. Kenny Irwin says, love your show because you do not BS. Well, thank you, Kenny. Callie says, they hate on me because they know I'm the best. Well, that's what I like to think, Callie. Justin says, content speaks for itself. Leanna, no reaction's the best reaction. Fishing for Claimers says, hey, Justin, can I get a shout out, buddy? I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. Hey, man, I'm sorry about that, man. I wish you the best with it, and I hope they get the cancer and you make a full recovery, man. I hate that. You know, it's people like Fishing for Claimers here that's, people like him always puts things in perspective for me, you know, because I can let petty stuff, you know, like me stepping in dog crap, you know, with the dog gets me all ticked off and stuff. And, you know, sometimes when the other YouTuber acts out and does his little Facebook rants, my phone will blow up. Well, he's talking about you. I don't give a crap, you know. What do I care? But, you know, these little nuisances in life like that, when you see somebody like Fishing for Claimers here that's, you know, going through a real crisis right now, you know, kind of puts things in perspective and kind of grounds you, you know, keeps you focused on the important things in life and what really matters. So I wish you the best with that, buddy. I hope everything goes well. That's one thing about, you know, since I've been doing YouTube, you know, prior to this, I was a nurse. I worked ER, and every day you go to work, it's the worst day of somebody's life, you know, every single day. And being in that environment all the time it kind of kept you humbled and grounded just because you was around it all the time. But you get removed from that, you know, a few years, and it's easy to get pissed off and focused on things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So it's unfortunate that people go through the things that they go through, but I'm wishing you the best there, Fishing for Claimers. Hope everything goes well with it. Jordan Walter said, it takes money to keep those catfish on the payroll. That's the truth, man. I guess I'm gonna need to give them a raise if we're gonna get another one here before we wrap it up. Allison says, good times, nice catches. Thank you, Alan. Thanks for being a member so long, man. Blake, the next video will come out, what is today? Today's Thursday, ain't it? It'll be tomorrow. I'm on a Tuesday, Friday schedule right now on my main channel, and Wednesdays on my second channel. And shorts come out on my second channel every day. If a lot of people don't like the shorts, I'll be honest with you, I don't like the shorts. I don't like making them, but they're effective. You know, a lot of people, especially younger people, like that kind of content. So I got to play the game. You know, if you're gonna play the game, play it, by God. So that's what I'm doing. But I don't care nothing about them shorts. So. Fishing Key Largo says, you're right, life is too short. I like your channel for lack of drama and you keeping it real. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Fishing Key Largo, y'all. He's the MVP of my ultralight raw and uncut videos. He counts everything, by gosh. How many casts, how many fish, different species. He counts I don't know if it's a good thing that he counts the commercials or not, but by gosh, he counts them too. And posts it in the comment box. He watches every second of them raw and uncut videos. Kevin Powder says, I watch your original channel, seen all your videos, no matter how long, you're the best YouTuber on the planet. Well, thank you, Kevin. Nice of you to say that. Lynn said when she worked, the fishing guys would call on Will and ask him how the weather's going to be. I hope he could at least get a wind forecast right. That's what they mess up the most on around here is the dang wind. Fishing for Scratch says, I'm a blip on our radar. Well, thanks. I make a bigger blip on your radar than I do YouTube's. Oh, Justin, man, I want to say the Vols, but I fear it's going to be Missouri's weekend. Missouri's pretty good this year. I'm fearful of it being in Missouri. I think they might beat us. I hope I'm wrong, but I think they might. Andy Baker said, your humor is great, but your life's perspective is even better. Well, thank you, Andy. Derek Parker said, glad to catch you live again. How many bites did you end up receiving? You know, Derek, I need to count them things up. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head. It was somewhere between 15 and 20, though, total. So, I mean, it was a nice little side hustle me and Daphne had going there for a while because I'd turn around, I'd do the video. They all want one video out of you. And I'd turn around and sell them things, and I'd put them on Marketplace, and they'd be gone in 24 hours. I mean, I'd put them like half price of whatever retail was. And so that was a nice little side hustle. I still got a waiting list if I get any more people that have bought other bikes that want more. I just ain't been able to get any lately. Lynn said that last catfish video was awesome. Well, thank you, Lynn. Yeah, it was a crazy trip. I got something else crazy that's going to happen in an upcoming, I don't know if it's tomorrow's video or next week's, but there's something else crazy that's happened too. It was pretty interesting. James Cardwell says, not in my book or channel list. You're the only channel fishing relayed I watch, now with the exception of Fishing Hacks. Well, thank you, James. Yeah, Blake, I'll have some, assuming I catch some sharks, and I sure hope I do, I'll have some videos from my trip to Florida up there. Definitely going to be filming while I'm there. Bipper Bates says goldfish brains for shorts. Scott, it's been nice this week. We've had 70 degrees out here. Caudle, I flipped a kayak one time. I was bass fishing on a river I shouldn't have been in and rolled it. Mustang James says, positive vibes your way fishing for clammers. Hope you're able to get in that remission. We'll keep you in our prayers, my friend. Yeah, everybody's wishing him well. I'm glad to hear it. It's always good to have people in your corner, no matter what's going on in your life. Lon Broyles, my other channel is Kayak Catfish Highlights. Zachary, shout out to your baby who's home from school. Thank you, John Doe. Lynn says, forecasting is a lost art. It probably will be all AI. That's another thing. Meteorologists are probably going to be out of a job when AI gets good. That's another thing. You're right. Hey, there's Terry, fishing a family tradition. Says, driving out of California. I was going to watch more videos for my next 10 hours in your live. So glad to catch you. Well, thanks, Terry. We're about to wrap it up here pretty soon. It's about to get dark on us here. I was just going to fish till dark this evening. I think we're supposed to get some rain tonight and in the morning, so we need it pretty bad here. But you be safe out there on the roads, Terry. Appreciate you. Terry's another one. Been a member from the start, watched every video, and some of them multiple times. Fishing for whatever's in Missouri. I know, Justin. The only thing I can hope for is maybe Georgia beat up Missouri a little bit, and so maybe they won't be at full speed when we get a hold of them this coming weekend. You've heard wrong, Mustang James. Ain't no tattoos for me. Ain't no. I don't do none of that. I don't want to be. I just can't commit to anything for that long. Kenny Irwin, what's your favorite rod and reel combo? My favorite rod's definitely my signature series rod, the Golly Whopper from Catfish Sumo. Shameless plug, link down in the video description. But I really like these Shimano Takota reels that I got on. They're probably my favorite catfish reels that I've ever used. J.G. Hill says, let's try not to get the Coast Guard involved this trip. I hope not. Elias won't be down there. He's going down there. He's going down there for Christmas, but I won't have nobody with me this time to call Coast Guard, so I may be in some real trouble. We got something happening over here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but we got something after this bait right here. I don't think he's going to be very big, but I don't even know if y'all can see it. It's brighter on my screen than it is actually out here right now. I don't have a light. I was just going to fish till dark, so we'll have to wrap it up when it gets... Oh my gosh. Who was it that was talking about a channel cat a little while ago? Somebody mentioned it and just conjured the dang thing up. My gosh. He's wound up. Let me put you up here in the camera now in a second, y'all. Somebody was talking a little while ago about the dang channel cat, and here we go. We done got one. Y'all spoke it into the universe, and here it is. You know what I'm gonna do? This old ornery channel cat right here, I'm gonna dedicate this into my mom, because she's about to have to watch Daphne while I'm gone shark fishing. God help her. Daphne's going to be a nightmare for her. Daphne's going to be as bad for my mom as that channel cat is for me. Well, I'll tell you what, y'all, I ain't even going to rebait that rod because I'm about to get out of here in a few minutes. We're about to lose light. We'll just keep our live yellow bass, our head, and our other cut bait down there for a few minutes. I'm going to jet out of here in just a few minutes, see if I can catch up on these chat box right quick. I know, Todd Dickinson. I've been wanting that forever. Just whenever I take my finger off the chat box, if it would just stay in that place. But I can wish in one hand and doo-doo in the other. I guarantee you I know which hand will fill up first. No way, Fishing for Clamor. No love for channel cats around here. Muskrat Adventures, the skipjack bite's been on fire here. I've been getting them everywhere. Blake, I'll be using whatever I can catch. Probably pinfish and ladyfish, most likely. Yep, Jeff Martinez, I'm going to try to get me another one too. Lon, I'm going to try to film another ultralight video soon. The wind has kind of been up the last few days, so I haven't been able to. I need a calm wind day. I'm hoping maybe Monday I can film one. Yeah, size matters. I've got a fly on pretty much anytime I'm suspending baits now. I've become a huge believer in the fly. So if I'm suspending baits, I got it on. If I'm casting out or if I'm dragging, I don't, because it'll just get snagged. But definitely anytime suspended. Justin says it's raining in Nashville. It'll probably be here in a few hours. Maxim said I should get a personal weather station. I need my own personal weather girl is what I need. No, there's Nikki sharing my link to my rods. Thank you, Nikki. Jeremy Cassette. I'm probably butchering your name, Jeremy. He said, hey, honestly, I hope you keep putting these videos out for many years to come. It's hard for me to admit, but I kind of look up to you as an angler. You're truly one hell of one. I always say I'm the best. Well, hey, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you watching, man. You keep watching. I keep putting out the videos. That's what. Well, there's a cat fight over. Y'all probably can't hear it on my microphone. There's a cat fight on the other shoreline over there. I hear them going crazy on each other. I bet the furs are flying over there. John Doe's, if I get in trouble, go live. Yeah, y'all can tell the Coast Guard where I'm at when I'm live down there. Let me scroll. How far? Well, I'm way behind in the chat again, y'all. How'd that happen? Probably that dang channel cat. No, Anthony, I ain't tried a lot of the European stuff for carp. I mainly just use a hair rig. That's kind of become my go-to carp rig. There's Loft, Michelle, and Stephen. Thanks for tuning in. Terry says she's going to hit the playlist when this live's done. Thank you, Ralph Wood. All right, I got Jeremy's name right the first time. That rarely happens. Yeah, you might be right, Bipper. Well, folks, I'm down here at the bottom of the chat. Finally, it's as dark on my screen as it is out here. I actually think maybe it's a little darker on the screen than what I'm actually seeing out here right now. It was the exact opposite a few minutes ago, so I guess I'll get out of here. But had fun with you tonight. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. We had a lot more people in here than I ever thought of. And special thanks to everybody who super chatted me. Man, we had a lot of super chatters in here tonight. We had some people join the club. And appreciate the heck out of it. Everybody who supports my channel, I just appreciate you watching. You know, this time of year, I've said this in other videos and other live streams and stuff, but once we get into fall hunting season, fishing views on a lot of channels, especially kayak channels, really go down the drain. And so it means a lot to me for those of you who stick around and watch me this time of year. I really do appreciate you. So it means a lot to me. Wherever you're at out there, I hope you're warm. I hope you're safe. And hold on, man. Here's Ben Nishimoto. We got another club member in here. Okay, he's got him some big catfish in San Diego out there. All right. Well, thanks, Ben. I appreciate you being a member so long. There's Chris Jones, club member. There's Terry hit me up with $10 to top off the night. Says, have a blessed night. Well, thank you so much, Terry. All right, y'all. Well, let's end this thing, and I'm going to reel up and head for the car. I'll see you again soon.